Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson, and we're going to continue our series in peaking pitfall exploration, seeing all the things that could possibly go wrong or challenge you. This one is going to be about loose skin and cellulite. And Adam, I did have a client who competed in his first show, and he did have loose skin on his abs, and everybody has those concerns. And I think even I would, if I were to ever come back from the stage and I competed for 20 years on that side of my life, you do see a difference. I mean, there's no way around it. As collagen degrades a little bit in our dermal tissue, that happens. But I will say, when you're lean enough and you see the muscle separation, whether it's your abs or your hips, your hamstrings, there really is less than people think. So that's one thing, but I'd love to hear your opinion on that. And then if there's really anything you can do to mitigate it.
Yeah, so you're right. The collagen breakdown is what causes that effect. And as we age, we usually produce less of that. A couple things I've noticed, loose skin depends on, someone's elasticity, but also maybe how much weight they lost during the prep. So as you're getting older, it's that much more important to stay maybe a little closer to contest lean versus not. And then with that being said, I've seen it improve drastically just by losing body fat. I had a particular client, they had a just lower band right underneath their belly button, that when they held body fat there, you could really see it pull down and pull away. Well, towards the last 4 weeks of their diet, it seemed like almost all of that body fat disappeared, which then was not making the skin sag. So it virtually did, go away. The potential for it to be there was there, depending on how much body fat he had, but virtually became not visible unless he bent over or did something strange. And he's still worried about it. I said, well, just don't bend over like that on stage and you'll be fine. So
yeah, I would really recommend that people just not worry about it, because as you said, you're just not going to know. And genetics have a lot to do with it, age, how much you lost. But I know once people are there, they're still going to want to know that they're doing everything they can. And no matter how many times you and I say, look, all of those little creams and things that, and tricks like putting saran wrap around your legs and preparation H under it and all that, like none of that is going to work, but people will still try it. They're gonna do it. We shouldn't even spend our time there because they're not gonna listen to us, Adam. But are there ways, like I have seen people with, sometimes tape, sometimes bikini bite and products like that, where they take a little bit of that loose skin maybe in their abs and kind of tuck it under the suit in a certain way. I mean, can that help? Is that something that you see as a good solution?
Absolutely, yes. So you can kind of tuck some skin down into the front of your suit. I've had my bodybuilders do it and glue in when they're masters competitors, and it's worked fine for them. So that is an option. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Another thing is actually posing. I would say, for example, a lot of people, in just like a front symmetry pose, if you're talking about male bodybuilding, a lot of people will stand really tall with their air up in their lungs and trying to make their waist look as small as possible. Other people who have great big blocky abs will kind of crunch down and contract their abs a little bit. Well, all of those little changes, if you practice your posing, you might see, wow, if I just twist this way a little bit or hold myself here, then just by sheer physics, you are stretching out that skin. And all of a sudden, you don't see in any of that loose skin or the wrinkles that you think would impede a judge's opinion of you.
And one other thing is adding mass in the off season can fill up some of that, lack of tightness. So that can make a difference. And then I think the final option is, if it is that mentally traumatic for somebody, they can get surgery to get it removed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is, I would say, probably a little bit more intensive than most people think. Kind of the little tummy tuck, snip, snip. That kind of surgery is not that easy, but it is definitely something you can look into. To your point about gaining size, even how you fill up, being hydrated, as we talk about so often, is really important for that muscle volume, which will then stretch out your skin.
Yeah, we've seen that with our peaking clients quite a bit, where we actually can make a small impact on that during those final weeks.
Absolutely. All right. Well, hope that helps, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to bring more peaking pitfalls to you in the next few episodes.